Hey guys, welcome back. Today we'll be doing an unboxing of the Yard Force lawnmower. This is a 22-inch 3-in-1 self-propelled rear wheel drive lawnmower. Just to give you an overview, you have your main component here of the lawnmower. You have the owner's manual over there. You have those little, I'm assuming those are going to be the knobs that we're going to be using to assemble it. We got the motor oil. You got the bag over there. We've got the discharge. If you're not going to use a bag, that's what you would use that for. And we have another stabilizer over there. So let's get building this thing. First thing you want to do is you want to put this, the lower handle assembly together. So next step is to pull the cord that comes from the motor. Pull it up and bring it in. And now you assemble the mulching bag. You've got two hooks right here. Pick this up, hook it down. It's that simple. All right, so let's go ahead and go over what we have here. So you have your 22-inch Yard Force lawnmower. I mean, it was pretty straightforward assembly. The only thing I had to assemble was the bottom two for the lower bracket, and then this middle ones for the upper part of it. It has two levers. This is to activate your actual lawnmower, and this one's to activate your self-propelled, because it does have a self-propelled feature on it. It did come with a discharge to the side. I don't use that. I either mulch it or I put it in the bag, so I'm not going to use that. But if you would use this bag, this side discharge, you would open this up here and you would stick that in there so you can side discharge this way. But again, I never use these. I actually throw these. I don't use them. It does come with some oil that you're going to be putting in here. Gas goes here. All right, just your regular standard gas. And the only other thing is the adjustment. Let's see how this thing adjusts, because it has 7 different adjustments right here, 1 through 7, and it looks like it's one lever adjusts everything. Let's see how this thing adjusts. All right, so I wanted to go over a couple of things with you guys. To begin with, this adjuster, this level adjuster, was pretty easy. It's a one-handed level adjuster. Here you're barely getting a hand's or a finger's worth in to the bottom, which is at your lowest setting. And if you go all the way to the top, you can pretty much put the full entire width of my hand underneath here. The reason you want to know about this is because if you have carpet grass, and this is one of the first times you're going to be cutting carpet grass, you always want to cut your carpet grass at the highest setting. This allows for the grass so that it does not dry out on you, because if you cut it too low, you'll start burning your grass or killing it. If you have an area where there's a lot of stickers or there's a lot of weeds that you don't want, you could probably go down to the lowest one to try to kill it. But if it's pure carpet grass, I would always keep it at the highest setting. The other feature this has is a discharge. It has a discharge feature, which it has with that attachment over there. It also has a mulching feature, and it also has a bag feature. If you leave it up like this, it's going to discharge. If you leave it down but without the bag, without this bag here installed, that's mulching. And if you put the bag on, it's going to throw your grass to the back. Now, when I cut my grass, I do every once in a while allow it to mulch, to throw some of those nutrients back into the actual lawn. But for the most part, I pick it up with the bag. Out of, let's say, 20 to 25 times that I'll cut my grass throughout the season, maybe 2, maybe 4 times out of those 20, so maybe like 10 to 15% of the time, I'll allow the lawnmower to mulch down. I don't like to do it too often, but every once in a while I will. Most of the time, I'm going to use the bag, regardless if I have stickers or not. The reason for it is if you mulch too much and you have stickers or weeds, you have a tendency to spread those to the other parts of the grass or your lawn that you don't want. When you pick it up with a bag, it allows for those to be thrown away, and hopefully that kind of stops or prevents the speed of the weeds spreading and traveling. All right, so stay tuned. I will be adding the oil that is necessary for it. Again, I'm not going to go over what it's recommended here. I will be adding oil, and I will be using it, and I'll be giving you guys my first impressions after I'm done. The only other thing I would recommend you do is whenever you're gonna use this lawnmower, you want to use gas that is treated. There's some fuel storage. You can add some additives to your fuel that will allow you to store your fuel longer without it breaking down. But if you do have to, I would suggest that you add not a lot of gas, so that when you're done, you let it run by itself until it runs out, or you pour the gas out. Don't ever leave the gas inside the motor or inside the gas tank, even if you're going to leave it there for a couple of weeks. It does damage your motor in the long run. So that's the only other tip that I would give you. I will have links in descriptions. I will have links in the description below if you guys want to go ahead and buy some of those from Amazon. But I will be giving you guys my first impressions after I use it a couple of times. Alright, so one of the things about this oil or this lawnmower, it's one of these never changing oil lawnmowers, which is kind of neat, I guess. Which means you never change the oil. All you do is you check your oil levels to make sure you have enough. What I did right now is I added the full amount of the oil that it came with, so that it can start off. But from now on, I won't ever have to change the oil on this. All I have to do is add some more if I am low. The one thing I forgot to put in was this. This actually holds these in line. There you go. Kind of like that. Alright, so some of my first impressions of this lawnmower is that it does have a lot of power. The problem is that it has a lot of power, but it's coming all from the rear tires. This has a tendency to get away from you sometimes. So it's just a matter of getting used to, because I used to have a front wheel drive, and now I'm using a rear wheel drive, and it does get a little bit of take a little bit of getting used to because of the power that it does kind of want to push you forward, and it wants the lawnmower to kind of go up. So just be careful on that. The other thing that I saw that might be of a concern is whenever you're going to put the bag on, make sure that this bag is not touching or resting on top of these, because that'll pick up the bottom part of it. It'll just throw your grass out. One of the things that I noticed was when I was using my lawnmower with a bag, it wouldn't want to throw the grass to the back inside the bag. Well, the thing is that I failed to mention that this attachment for the mulching, this one actually goes in here, but came pre-installed. This actually goes in here when you want to mulch. All right, so when you want to mulch, it'll be circulating the grass until it mulches it and throws it in. If you do want to use your bag, first thing you want to do is take this out so that the grass actually goes into your actual bag. Overall, I mean, I'll give it about an 8 out of 10, only because I'm used to the front wheel drive, and this is going to be getting a little bit of getting used to, but other than that, it should be good to go. All right, this has been the Smoking Beard. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.